Pleasant good evening, everyone, from Harrisburg, Pennsylvania. It's Harrisburg Heat Soccer on MASL TV. Here on YouTube, the only game in the MASL tonight, the Harrisburg Heat entertaining the Baltimore Blast for the last time this season. It has been a rough season for the Harrisburg Heat. They're playing 3 games in 4 days to end their season, currently in last place in the MASL with a 3-17-1 record. The Baltimore Blast have already locked up a playoff spot. They are 13-7-1. Question is, where will they end up? They still have a chance to replace and pass the Kansas City Comets for the number 3 spot in the MASL. Right now they're currently holding the number 4 spot. And who will they play in the playoffs? Well, that's yet to be determined, because Baltimore not only plays tonight, but they also play tomorrow against the Texas Outlaws and Sunday against Kansas City. And it could be that they end up playing either Empire, Utica City, or Milwaukee. So a lot to be determined for this Baltimore Blast team. For the Harrisburg Heat, matter of pride, maybe playing a little spoiler and trying to finish the season strong, because they bring in the number 2 team this weekend, which has been the number 1 team all season in Chihuahua. Yeah, and that's on Saturday and Sunday, back-to-back games against the Savage. But tonight, it's that long-time rivalry, the Harrisburg Heat and the Baltimore Blast. Always a great game, and we welcome you, the Major Arena Soccer League, proud to welcome you to MASL Soccer here on MASL TV. Miter is the official game ball supplier of the Major Arena Soccer League. Established in 1817, Miter is one of the leading soccer brands worldwide, produces some of the best soccer balls in the world. Learn more at miter.com. The Harrisburg Heat, fresh face in the lineup tonight, but one folks know, Tiago Freitas. Tiago has been waiting to get that visa to play soccer, and he finally got it. A little late for the Harrisburg Heat, but nonetheless, we'll get him in a few games here at the end of the season. Tiago Freitas, number 8 jersey for the Harrisburg Heat. Hugo Silva starting in net for Harrisburg. 3-16-1 on the season, 7.48 goals against average. And for the Baltimore Blast, they will go with Julian Rodriguez. He has certainly had a great season thus far for the Blast as well. David Bascom going more to a youth movement coming into the season and finding some young players. I asked him, I said, look, you got the playoffs wrapped up, David. Do you need to get anybody, out there that shouldn't be out there and let some guys heal? And he said, well, he goes, the nice thing is, he goes, I've got depth. And he goes, a lot of young guys, they want to play. He can only take 16 to the playoffs, so here comes Mike Da Silva for the Heat down that left side, and he will chip one up and out of play. So he said, look, there's some guys that are going to be playing tonight that are looking for a roster spot, and that will make them want to play even harder out there on the field. Harrisburg Heat, no major scratches except for Joey Tavernisi. He should be back, though, for Saturday and Sunday's games. Tavernisi with 24 points on the season on 17 goals and 7 assists. The Heat in the orange here, and here's Panton trying to pass it, but stolen back. Blast down that left side. Out on the left wing. Porch. He's having a great season. There's a shot up and out of play. Porch coming into this contest. 20 goals. Hometown of Middletown, Delaware. But keeper-wise, Baltimore doing quite well with Rodriguez and Zierhofer. Little work on the near side. Williams unable to maintain possession. It's knocked out of play. So to be a kick in, Baltimore in the white. Rodriguez on the season, by the way, is 8-4 and 1 with a 5.23 goals against average. Here's the Heat trying to clear it out. They do, but again, Baltimore comes up with it. Patrick Thompson, a former Heat player. And certainly this Harrisburg Heat team has a lot of former Baltimore players on, as we talked about that the last time these two teams met. Hugo Silva comes up with it. And he'll roll it out to the far side. Hugo on it. On the near side, Hugo setting it down into the right corner. And it's cleared right back out. Use sent back in. Cleared back out once again. Pereira over onto the far side. Both teams changing up a couple players. Still no score here in the first. The only game tonight in the MASL, so we're not going to have any out-of-town scoreboard for you. Baltimore still out in the midfield. Espina sending it down to the right side, giving, going to goal! On that right side from the top right side, and Baltimore draws first blood in this contest. 1-0. Iber Espina out of Colombia. Let's take a look at that again. As he was working that ball out in the midfield and then got it over on the right side and finished it off at the time of the goal, 3:51 of the first. It's his 5th of the season. Right there, has it out the middle. Well, we'll come back to that. 5th goal of the season. Makes it 1-0. Baltimore able to clear it back out of midfield. Thomas, he's the acting captain tonight for this Blast team. He'll play it along the near side. Back behind him, Silva. Matthias Silva will leave it. And again, Baltimore keeping that possession. Matthias sends it over to the far side. Thomas dumping it down into the left corner. High bounce there, but again, Baltimore comes up with it. Enrique trying to work it into the corner. Panton, good battle there. Trying to knock it back out, stays with it, battling along the boards. Ball still knocking around. Thomas will send it all the way back towards Thompson. He'll let it go all the way back to Rodriguez. 1-0 Blast. Patrick Thompson along the near side, sending it down along the left. Frater, left point. He'll work in against Kerstetter and then play it back out for Thompson. Porch, Thompson. All the way over to the opposite side. A lot of ball possession and movement here for the Blast. Now Kerstetter will head it back out. Ozianang couldn't maintain possession and then gets it back. A nice little chip there from Goncalves. Hugo. Long pass up for Shear. They'll do a little spin move. And play it back for Kerstetter. Here's Dos Santos, former Blast player. Head ball down on the left side for Shear, just goes wide. Baltimore trying to clear it out, and they do, but Dos Santos sends it back in. Too far for Wright. Rodriguez will clear it out. Wright comes back up with it. His shot blocked. Boy, Adriano Dos Santos, if you missed it, go back and look at one of the highlights from a couple weeks ago with an awesome bicycle kick. It was counted as a goal. It hit underneath the crossbar and then landed right below the line. There's another goal for Baltimore from the top left side. They left Nico Williams open, and he finishes it off. Time of the goal, 6:34. Nico Williams. Turned into a 2-on-1, and Francis went over to, he was covering on that left side. Someone else committed over there, but you can't cover two guys if you're one. You got to pick one or the other, and unfortunately for the Heat, Baltimore was able to take advantage of it. So it's 2-0 in favor of the Blast. The Heat with a restart. Harris will take it in the left corner. Wow, he had a nasty injury a couple weeks ago. I thought he was going to be done for the season, the way they carried him off the field. There's a goal! Da Silva gets the pass from Harris and finishes it off, and the Heat are on the board. Time of the goal, 6 minutes, 43 seconds. They respond 9 seconds later after the Williams goal. And Harris just plays it right there across the middle. Perfect pass by Malcolm Harris. And Da Silva for the Harrisburg Heat gets the goal. His 14th of the season. Harris with the assist. So it's 2-1. By the way, that goal by Nico Williams was his first of the season. I failed to mention that. This is only the 13th game he's played in this season. So the Heat quickly responded. Rodriguez comes up with it now. Hugo, little pressure. Plays it over to Kerstetter. He'll chip it high in the air. By the way, they gave Frater the assist on the Williams goal. And they gave Guevara the assist on the Espina goal. And we've got our mid-quarter timeout, 7:24 to go in the first. It's 2-1. Baltimore leading the Heat. This is MASL TV on YouTube.
The Heat are excited to announce the Heat Score 4 promotion thanks to our friends at Papa John's of Harrisburg and Central Pennsylvania. Whenever the Heat score 4 or more goals in any game, home or away, you can use code HEAT4 anytime over the following week at papajohns.com or on the Papa John's app to save 40% on your entire order. That's code HEAT4 for 40% off your online Papa John's order the entire week after any game where the Heat score 4.
Register your team in the Heat Youth Tournaments. You get game tickets, minimum of 3 games, MASL officials, medals for the winners, on field with the Heat players pregame, and much more. Get your team in today at harrisburgheat.com.
What we do? What are you guys going to yell? Yes!
Register your son or daughter for a Heat clinic run by Heat players pregame, and it includes a game ticket. To find out how, go to harrisburgheat.com.
The best way to improve is to train with the pros. The Heat run camps and clinics year-round. Contact Kevin at harrisburgheat.com. Boys and girls, indoor and outdoor. harrisburgheat.com.
MASLsoccer.com is your home for everything Major Arena Soccer League, all the latest news, leaderboards, highlights, and more. Don't forget the Harrisburg Heat home this weekend, Saturday and Sunday. Get your tickets, 7:05 Saturday, 5:05 on Sunday. And Ort Signs, the official sign sponsor for the Harrisburg Heat. Saw Rod here tonight. He's always at the Heat games, has been since the 90s. Strong supporter of the Harrisburg Heat. 2-1, Baltimore leading. Blast with it. Espina and Williams with goals for Baltimore. De Silva for the Heat. Hugo clears it out. Rodriguez will send it the other way. Blast working up the field. Well, what a job David Bascom has done this season with this Baltimore team. Took a lot of guys that you Blast fans have loved for years and knew and respected, and they were aging, they were getting injured, and he got some young, fresh talent on this team as the ball's loose in the corner, and has been able to build up this team as the season has gone on into a playoff contender, as right now they're holding the number 4 spot in the standings in the MASL. Restart. Here comes Hugo. He'll fire it all the way down into the corner. They're going to call the foul on Ozzie Anang. So it'll be a free kick for the Blast, and Rodriguez will come up with it. Hugo with it. And knocked out a play by Ozzie Anang. Like I said, Baltimore is home tomorrow and Sunday. Last year, Chihuahua came in here to Harrisburg and some dominating performances. Oh, they were so good. And the Heat would just love to just disrupt their rhythm heading down the playoffs. I'm sure San Diego would appreciate that as well. Loose ball, down in front, Hugo grabs on. Right now, the San Diego Sockers and Chihuahua are battling for that top spot in the league. Sockers with 53 points and Chihuahua with 52 points. San Diego gets Tacoma to end the season, while Chihuahua has 2 here in Harrisburg. 2-on-1 develops down the left side, and then the Heat are able to break it up. Francis trying to clear it out, but recovered once again by Bermuse. Injured player for the Heat back in their own end. Might just be a little cramping there for Brad Kerstetter. The veteran in Harrisburg, he's from Halifax. Oh, just about 15 minutes up the road here. And oh yeah, kind of got the old twist and turn down low, and surprised they didn't blow the whistle on that one. But that did not look good the way he took that little curve around the lower legs. We're just going to play it safe. Green Drop offers a better alternative than the outdated compression sleeves and socks, truly providing long-lasting relief at an affordable price. Green Drop's recovery products are uniquely suited to help our athletes battling achy joints and muscles. He's going to need one after that move. You can learn more, try it yourself, by visiting greendropcompression.com. Kerstetter coming starting with the Heat, when the Heat first brought soccer back in 2012. They ended their first run back in 2003. Long stint of no indoor soccer, and in 2012-13 season, Chris Stetter joined them, and he's been here ever since. Had to take some time off there for some full-time work, but gonna get a restart here for Baltimore, or they're gonna give it to the Heat. And now we will get the warning whistled on Baltimore for delaying. Sent down into the corner, Panton on it. They'll get it back out. Thiago Freitas out there for the Harrisburg Heat. They have missed a lot of guys the last 2-3 seasons who were unable to play because of work visas. But hopefully things are getting turned around. Here's Freitas. Shot save, Rodriguez. He may have stopped that one in his face. He is down and hurting. Oh, we're going to have to take a look at that. Thiago Freitas just ripped one. And Rodriguez makes the stop. Appears to be okay. Man, he's tough. Let's take another look at this one. It's Freitas. Got free with it. Sometimes you got to give the keeper a little time here and let him shake out the cobwebs. So here's Freitas, left side. Oh, we missed it again. Freitas. Yeah, well, it sure did look like it popped him in the face, didn't it? This will give us a better view. Left side. Oof. Yeah, had to have. Right in the snaz. He's going to get a break. He's going to go to the bench, and they're going to bring in Zierhofer. They took that time. Bring in Mike Zierhofer, the other veteran. Give the young Rodriguez chance to catch his wits. And Zierhofer out there now. Yeah, you get rattled with a hard shot like that right to the face or the head. You gotta take a little break. I don't know if he'll return or not, but Baltimore is blessed to have a keeper in Mike Zierhofer and just come right on in, and he knows how to play out there. He's, for many years, was a solid backup. Ozzie and Ang trying to get to it. Can't. Comes back out of midfield. Now Perry will send it back to Dos Santos. He'll dump it down the corner, but it goes out of play. 2-1, Baltimore with the lead. For 32 years, Friedmont Mortgage has been an industry leader in service and education, offering both residential and commercial financing. Don't make a 30-year mistake by choosing the wrong lender. Choose wisely. Call Friedmont. Friedmont's growing. If you're a branch, team, or individual looking for a better opportunity, you can email them at info@friedmont.com. NMLS 1846. Midfield, here's Panton. We'll play it back behind him. Camino. Rayleigh, another former last player out there. And here's Hugo. Trying to get it all the way down into the corner for Shear, but it's cleared back out. Harris has it. Left side. Silva sends it around. Nobody available there in the middle for the Heat. Nice job by the defense of the Blast to tie things up around the box. I think that was Matthew Silva doing a nice job there defensively. Ball played to the near side and out of play. That'll be a restart coming up here for the Baltimore Blast with 1:50 to go in the first. Kick in from the left side. Restart coming up. Pereira's sends it around the boards. Hugo will scoop it up. Juan Pereira, one of the top scorers. He scratched for this game. Mike Diesel scratched. Elton de Oliveira is also scratched. Pacheco scratched. And as David Bascom told me, he said, look, we're just not doing it just to rest guys or get guys healthy. It's just we've got a lot of depth, and some guys are going to get a chance. And here's one slammed right into the boards. The Heat are going to get a power play out of this because Perry got crunched into the glass. Yeah. Freighter will head to the penalty box. Watch it again. Perry gets free, has the inside track, and oh yeah, nice little crunch into the boards. Almost like a hockey check right here. 2 minutes for boarding. Power play coming up for the Harrisburg Heat. They're 5 of 20 on the season, 25%. Baltimore has killed 12 of 17 penalties for 71% in penalty killing. This may continue into the second quarter, we'll see. Freitas. Tiago tries sending it to the opposite side, and it's cleared right back out by Thomas. Make that Porch. Hugo trying to keep possession as a collision. Still a loose ball in an open net. And then it's chipped up and out of play by Porch. Well, they kept the pressure on there quite well, shorthanded. And Chad Porch. Good pressure. Because right now it's Porch out there with Matthias Silva, Thomas. Defensively, they are shorthanded. Catch who oh, Patrick Thompson's out there. There's a shot to go! Ozzie Anang ties his game with a power play goal. Time of the goal, 14:21. And Ozzie Anang, top shelf with his 6th of the season. Past Zierhofer. Oh no, that was Rodriguez back out there. Tied at 2. Anang with his 6th of the season. Teams are at equal strength. 10 seconds to go here in the first. Shearer trying to get free, but has it poked out. 5.9 on the clock, and the Heat will get a restart here at the top of the arc. Tiago got the assist on Anang's goal. Restart coming up here for the Heat. It'll be Harris out of the way. Francis will pull the trigger. That one got blocked. Quickly, the other way, down the left side. Time will expire on Porch. We have played one here in Harrisburg. It's Harrisburg 2, Baltimore 2. Back with the second quarter. This is MASL TV on YouTube.
The Heat are excited to announce the Heat Score 4 promotion thanks to our friends at Papa John's of Harrisburg and Central Pennsylvania. Whenever the Heat score 4 or more goals in any game, home or away, you can use code HEAT4 anytime over the following week at papajohns.com or on the Papa John's app to save 40% on your entire order. That's code HEAT4 for 40% off your online Papa John's order the entire week after any game where the Heat score 4.
Register your son or daughter for a Heat clinic run by Heat players pregame, and it includes a game ticket. To find out how, go to harrisburgheat.com. Fremont Mortgage Group, with a 5-star rating and over 30 years of helping home buyers and homeowners. Fremont is recognized as one of the top lenders. Refinance, home purchase, commercial loans, SBA loans, and zero money down programs offered. Complimentary home warranty on qualifying purchases too. For more information, contact them at fremontmortgage.com or 800-955-8508. And available 7 days a week. NMLS number 1846.
The best way to improve is to train with the pros. The Heat run camps and clinics year-round. Contact Kevin at harrisburgheat.com. Boys and girls indoor and outdoor. harrisburgheat.com.
Well, we're tied at 2, pretty much an even game. Baltimore and Harrisburg both have 4 shots apiece. Blast started off with Ospina and Williams goals, and then the Heat responded with De Silva and Anang goals. And that last goal was against Rodriguez. He did come back in after sitting out a couple minutes there. He got his bell rung, and Zierhofer went back off. So that last goal was attributed against Rodriguez. That's where we have our 2-2 score thus far. 10 for 10, take 10. That's all the time you'll need for Eric Bergwood to take you inside the game, get to know some of the big stars advancing the sport on and off the field. 10 for 10 airs weekly on MASL TV. Don't forget, playoff tickets are available. Join the top 8 teams in sunny San Diego as they square off in the MASL Ron Newman Cup playoffs, April 5th through the 7th. Visit frontwavearena.com. Reserve your seat today. frontwavearena.com. Looking forward to seeing those playoff games. And they put all 8 teams out there in San Diego. The final 2, yeah, they'll both get a home and home then, as we get a foul whistle at midfield. And again, Baltimore, depending on what happens here, it could be anyone who they'll get in the first round there of the playoffs. It could be Empire, it could be Utica City, could be Milwaukee. There's a shot knocked down by Hugo, and the Heat able to clear it back out. Thomas plays it to Thompson, down on Hugo, he'll grab. Three games in 4 days for the Heat. Let's see, why would they do that? Well, it's, as many of you know, in this league, many times it's hard for teams to get good dates heading into the season because of other events taking place, and that has been the case here at the Farmshow Arena in recent years. He'd have struggled to get some assistance from the folks here at the arena to get some good dates and try to open things up a little bit. Thiago approaching the yellow, moving into the left side. They'll play it back out. Perry blocked. Poked around out in the midfield. Freighter able to get it up to the right side. Williams, and Hugo comes up with it again. Hugo's going to toss it. Trying to get it down for Anang. Cleared right back out. Ozzie Anang on it again. Jeremy Raley. He able to acquire him just a few weeks ago. Hugo all the way up in midfield. Raley. Anang. Right, losing it. Francis comes over to help out. Dos Santos able to bump off the play and get it to Francis. It gets deflected down into the corner. Rodriguez trying to move it and play it. Great footwork. Thompson will bring it out. We'll get the long pass down along the near side. Chad Porch on it there, and then Anthony Wright spins back to midfield. Over onto the far side. Shot there by Pereiras. Deflected out by the Heat. Catch MASL Monday every Monday night on MASL TV and on CBS Sports Galazzo Network. Alex Bestjavenski and Phil Levanco are joined each week by special guests from across the league to recap the weekend's game and discuss the league's hot topics. And we'll, of course, give you a lot of that at halftime. So don't miss our halftime show. MASL will fill you in on things. Heat block one out. Another restart coming up here for the Blast. This time it's from the right corner. Pereiras will position a few guys out front. He's got Matthias Silva out there, Bramus, right side. Thomas blocked on the back post by the Heat. It was either Raley or Shearer got it. I think it was Raley. Down the near side, Baltimore again with it. Nice job by Malcolm Harris coming up with it. But they'll call the foul on Harris. Restart coming up here for the Blast. Blaster home tomorrow with the Texas Outlaws, 7:30 there at Towson. Get your tickets, Blast fans. And Sunday, big one against Kansas City at 3 in the afternoon. And the Heat home Saturday and Sunday. Saturday at 7:05 and Sunday at 5:05. Last chance to see your Heat for the season. Ball goes out to play off the Heat. Again, another kick in coming up for Baltimore. Here's Jamie Thomas. He's the captain for this game, but he'll step out of the way, and Thompson will send it down in front. Good grab there by Hugo because Enrique was right there in front. Raley back over to Hugo Silva, and he'll dump it down into the left corner. Camino trying to get on it there. Double teamed. Gets a little help from Panton. Still loose in the corner in front. Camino just wide. Good effort there by the Heat. Back the other way come the Blast. Camino hustling back, trying to get possession, and loses it. And it's popped out by Thompson. So it'll be a goal kick for the Harrisburg Heat. Hugo's going to put it down for Kerstetter. Heat down that right side, and Calvis gets wiped out. Maldini, Calvis. And Calvis. Nico Williams far side. He's got a goal in this game. Freighter sends it down, and Hugo kicks it the other way. Shockingly, never hit any superstructure. It was pretty doggone close. Right down the middle there near the roof. Rodriguez chips it out of play. It'll be a kick in for the Heat. Julian Rodriguez out of Queens, New York. Started the game briefly out. He took a shot to the head or face. He's back out there in this tie game of 2. Dos Santos sending it down to the left corner. Thomas clears it out. Hugo sets it up again. To the near side, ball stays in play. Shearer thought it was going to go out, jumped up, tried to keep it in, but it still bounced in. Now Kerstetter, good to see him back out there after getting kind of twisty-tied at one point there in the first quarter. Hugo, long shot. Oh. Saved by Rodriguez. It'll be a corner kick coming up for the Heat. Hugo was deep out in the neutral zone. In recent games, the Harrisburg Heat, when they've been behind, instead of going to the 6th attacker, they're just letting Hugo play up because of that wicked shot he has. So now Harris will restart things from the corner. We're at equal strength. De Silva's out there with Thiago Freitas. Francis on the backside. Francis trying to volley shot it, skids it. Didn't get all of it. Near side, Baltimore's able to clear it out. Thiago runs it down, and he'll send it all the way back to Hugo. Near side, Thiago Freitas. Thiago getting a lot of pressure. Francis will chip it up the middle. Mike De Silva. There's Thiago. Now De Silva. Francis keeps it alive. Trying to get it down into the corner. And it's cleared back out again. I think as we see the Heat finally getting a lot of these visa issues taken care of and getting some of the players in that they have wanted, I think it sets them up in a great position for next season. Yeah, they're not going to make the playoffs this season. They've got some tough competition here for their last 3 games, but it certainly puts them in a better position going into the offseason and knowing what they've got coming back next year and what maybe they can still acquire in the offseason. Zach Perry will send it back to Kerstetter. He'll send it down to the right side. Stays in play there. Ozzie Anang sends it to the middle, but Rodriguez grabs on. Pereiras over to Rodriguez up along the boards. Crossing it to the near side. Mape to the right side. Shot gold. Did it hit arm or shoulder? That's going to be the question here. Henrique on that far post. Looks like he got him on the shoulder. And it's a goal for Baltimore. No one's arguing it for the Heat, so it must have been a okay goal. You can see him swing that around. Let's see if we got the shoulder right here on this slow-mo for you. Oh yeah, pretty much upper body, shoulder across the front of the shoulder there, maybe even collarbone, but yeah, that's a goal. Time of the goal, 8 minutes and 6 seconds of the second. Bruno Henrique. They get him on the face. And it skidded right there in front of the shoulder as he turned. Hey, I guess however you get it in the net, as long as it's not a handball. And That's the 12th of the season for Henrique. Out of Brazil, makes it a 3-2 game. Fans Franks Marble and Granite, longtime Heat supporter, over 30 years helping people improve their homes with granite, quartz, marble. No other company can match your service quality or reputation. Everything is done here in Pennsylvania too. It's Franks Marble and Granite, the best in the biz. Thinking of a tattoo? Well, some of the Heat players like to go to True Self Tattoo for pro service. True Self Tattoo, new sponsor for the Harrisburg Heat. Don't forget, if the Heat score 4 goals, it's the Heat Score 4 promotion. It gets activated. Thanks to our friends at Papa John's of Harrisburg and Central PA. Whenever the Heat score 4 more goals in the game, home or away, just use the code HEAT and the number 4 the next day on papajohns.com or the Papa John's app and save 40% off your pizza order. That's code HEAT4 for 40% off your online Papa John's order the next day when the Heat score 4. Now play back on, and Rodriguez sending it up the field with a 3-2 Baltimore lead. A shot and a save by Hugo, falling to his left on Mwape. Dos Santos on the far side and went off of Thiago's foot. Now to play with 6:16 to go here in the second. Espina sending it down, and sent back out by Hugo. De Silva can't control. Baltimore has it again. Luckily, Francis came back and intercepted the pass by Frater. Hugo has to go back and slide kick it out before it was going to slip inside that left post. Now Dos Santos trying to get it out, gets help. Here comes De Silva. He's got room to run down the near side. He'll cross it far side, but it gets intercepted by Matthias Silva. Raley back on it, heads it to Hugo, and he'll bring it out. Hugo dumping it down. And Baltimore able to clear it back out. Hugo comes up with it again. A lot of pressure in the back. Raley gets pulled down. It'll be a foul against Baltimore. Former teammates there, Thomas and Raley. Restart for Hugo. He'll send it up the middle, but it gets intercepted. Moose. Back to Thompson. Up the middle, Thomas. Chip down to the left corner. A little holding going on there by the Heat, and Camino gets called for it. So the restart coming up here. From the left side, they'll play to the right, and it's shanked up and out by Porch. 4:44 to go in the second. 3-2, Baltimore leading the Heat. Well, the only 2 games remaining after this one for Harrisburg. Disappointing. I would have loved to have been out there in San Diego for that 8-game playoff. Shouldn't say 8-game, 8-team. The 8-team playoffs. Here's Baltimore midfield. Moose over to the left side, into the corner. There's a block by Zach Perry. Not in a place I think you want to get a block. He goes down, but now he's up and okay. He'll jog off the field. Yeah, that'll take the breath out of you. I think every soccer player out there has had that happen at least once to him. Blast with it. They'll clear it up the field. Over to the left side and chipped up and out by Enrique. It'll be a goal kick for the Heat. Enrique with that goal just moments ago at 8:06. His 12th of the season. Hugo restarting things. Headed all the way down into the corner. On the near side, Raley looking for that far post. Briefly had it, but Rodriguez got back over there, now cleared out. Hugo comes up with it again with 3:12 to go here in this second quarter. Adriano Dos Santos, near side. Harris down for Dos Santos, but intercepted by Thomas. Enrique along the boards, and Harris will be called for the foul. A little pushing going on between those two. Quickly separated and walk away. Baltimore to restart with Matthews. Matthews Silva setting it down. All the way into the right corner. Back out. Baltimore with a 3-2 lead. Here's Ozzie Anang. He's got a goal here in this contest. Camino's pass blocked by Frater. Hugo has it. Long pass down for Kerstetter along the left wing boards. Thiago Freitas shot wide. Then cleared back out. Frater the other way, down that left side, moves into the left wing. His shot saved by Hugo. Kerstetter trying to clear it out. Frater gets it again. Now Gamino breaks it up. Another shot just wide. Thiago Freitas pulled down from behind, and they'll call the foul. He'd quickly restart things. That doesn't look good there as Frater's limping off, and the Heat will score! And tie this game at 3. Time of the goal, 13-19 of the second. And Rodriguez was just out of position. Dominic Francis made him pay for it too. Dominic Francis with his 21st goal of the season. Ties the game back up at 3 as we get another foul. So the Heat to restart things in their own end. Down the left side, Anthony Wright. Baltimore on it again. Heat hanging in there with them. Camino. Now Raley. Here's Francis again for the Heat. Thompson trying to get it out of his own end. Harris keeping the pressure on. He's able to get it out, and then Williams gets leveled over on the far side. Man, right into the brick wall known as Jeremy Raley. Appears to be okay. Watch this. Tries to clear it out, and then boom. 3-3 with 15 seconds to go. Loose ball on that side. Enrique has it stripped away. De Silva gave it away, though. Shot there, and De Silva had to make the block. Loose in midfield, and a second to go. Oh, what a shame. Thiago Freitas was off to the races on a possible breakaway. We've reached halftime. We invite you to stick around, see what happened last week in the MASL as we head to this final week of the regular season in the MASL. We're at halftime. It's 3-3 Harrisburg and Baltimore. This is MASL TV on YouTube.
The best way to improve is to train with the pros. The Heat run camps and clinics year-round. Contact Kevin at harrisburgheat.com. Boys and girls indoor and outdoor. harrisburgheat.com.
Indoor soccer fans, it's time to unleash a giant leap for fandom. Introducing MASL Indoor Soccer Fantasy Football. Build your dream team, invite your friends, and create your own draft league, all for free. Draft and trade players and win bragging rights as your team dominates the league. With MASLI Football, you're not just a fan, you're part of the action. Go to MASLI Football to sign up, get started, and play.
Register your team in the Heat Youth Tournaments. You get game tickets, minimum of 3 games, MASL officials, medals for the winners, on field with the Heat players pregame, and much more. Get your team in today at harrisburgheat.com.
What we do? What are you guys going to yell?
Yes! Fremont Mortgage Group, with a 5-star rating and over 30 years of helping home buyers and homeowners. Fremont is recognized as one of the top lenders. Refinance, home purchase, commercial loans, SBA loans, and zero money down programs offered. Complimentary home warranty on qualifying purchases, too. For more information, contact them at freedontmortgage.com or 800-955-8508. And available 7 days a week. NMLS number 1846.
Go. Shoot! It's gone!
Welcome back, everybody. This is MASL in 5. I'm Alex Bastivanti. It is great to see you again. I'm going to break down everything that's gone down in the league for you over the past week, and I just need 5 minutes to do it. Let's go.
Watching Nick Pereira dribble a soccer ball at his feet is like watching the running of the bulls in Spain.
Good stuff.
Here's Correa with a strike. The Stars take the 4-3 lead. Adrian Correa.
The Tacoma Stars absolutely needed to win both their games in a home-and-home series against Kansas City last weekend to stay in the playoff race, and they did just that, knocking off the Comets in Tacoma in the first game 4-3, and then in the return engagement back in Missouri 5-4. The Stars enter this weekend having gone 8-2 in their last 10. The team chasing them, the St. Louis Ambush, have to win out their schedule as well, and they came up with a huge Texas sweep, dropping both the Dallas Sidekicks and Texas Outlaws to stay in the hunt. St. Louis has won 4 straight and 7 of 10. And the stakes were high in Empire last Sunday. The Sockers were trying to grab the first overall seed in the playoffs, while Empire is suddenly faltering and could possibly miss the playoffs. Sockers legend Craig Charles recorded his 300th career MASL goal. Empire rallied back from a 6-1 deficit, but ultimately lost 9-8 in overtime. So, where do things stand as we enter the final weekend of regular season play? Well, San Diego leads Chihuahua by a point, but the Savage have a game in hand, so control their own destiny. The only teams that haven't sewn up a playoff berth are Empire, Tacoma, and St. Louis. Look at the 7, 8, 9 in the standings. St. Louis 2 points out, but have a game in hand. So they control their own destiny if they can win their last 2 games. If they win out and Tacoma wins, but Empire loses, the Strikers could miss the playoffs. So let's look at games with massive playoff ramifications this weekend. The Ambush have a home-and-home with Milwaukee. They're in St. Louis Friday, then back in Wisconsin on Sunday. Frank Taiu cannot play in those 2 games as part of the trade condition of him going from St. Louis to Milwaukee. This game on Sunday between Tacoma and San Diego could decide everything for Tacoma's playoff chances and San Diego's drive to finish first and win home floor advantage if they were to make the championship final. Chihuahua has 2 games in Harrisburg to finish the campaign, and to ensure they get first place, they need to win both games against the Heat. It's as simple as that. Oh, the drama. And of course, the playoffs kick off next weekend in San Diego at the Front Wave Center. The quarterfinals take place Friday, April 4th. The semis the next day, Saturday, April 5th. It's going to be epic. For ticket information, visit frontwavearena.com and maslsoccer.com. Players of the week now brought to you by Green Drop. Chris Toth in goal. Correa defensively, his teammate. And on offense, Justin Stinson from the Empire Strikers. Let's start things off with Stinson, who had a ridiculous week. 6 goals, 2 hat tricks for the boys in purple. Stinson has just been so ridiculously good all season long. For Empire on defense, it is Correa, who had 2 goals for Tacoma plus 7 blocks in those 2 Stars wins. And in goal, his teammate, Chris Toth. Fantastic week once again. 35 saves, 1 assist in those 2 Tacoma wins. Time now for some of the top plays from past week.
Now, Coughlin, he's going to run it up into the offensive end, and Coughlin is going to score.
2-goal lead against the Blast, and once again the Wave wins, and they're in.
What a shot there from Aber Spina.
Harrisburg did a good job momentarily to keep that up front. Long chip, it goes in!
Will he be the goalkeeper to make the save? Childs, welcome to the 300 Club, Craig Childs.
So far, it's going to be a chance here. And a shot! And a goal!
Snap.
Here's Correa with a strike. The Stars take the 4-3 lead. Adrian Correa.
11 goals, 5 assists for 16 points. Right back to the Wave!
Hansen. Oh, out of position to go. Oh! What a goal! That should go down as your goal of the year.
And that is a wrap for this week's show. But just remember, all throughout the MASL season, to stay up to date on everything that's going on with the league, be sure to check out the MASL's official social media outlets. Thanks for watching. We'll see you next time.
Indoor soccer fans, it's time to unleash a giant leap for fandom. Introducing MASL Indoor Soccer Fantasy Football. Build your dream team, invite your friends, and create your own draft league, all for free. Draft and trade players and win bragging rights as your team dominates the league. With MASLI Football, you're not just a fan, you're part of the action. Go to MASLI Football to sign up, get started, and play.
The Heat are excited to announce the Heat Score 4 promotion thanks to our friends at Papa John's of Harrisburg and Central Pennsylvania. Whenever the Heat score 4 or more goals in any game, home or away, you can use code HEAT4 anytime over the following week at papajohns.com or on the Papa John's app to save 40% on your entire order. That's code HEAT4 for 40% off your online Papa John's order the entire week after any game where the Heat score 4.
Register your team in the Heat Youth Tournaments. You get game tickets, minimum of 3 games, MASL officials, medals for the winners, on field with the Heat players pregame, and much more. Get your team in today at harrisburgheat.com.
What we do? What are you guys going to yell? Yes!
Register your team in the Heat Youth Tournaments. You get game tickets, minimum of 3 games, MASL officials, medals for the winners, on field with the Heat players pregame, and much more. Get your team in today at harrisburgheat.com.
What we do? What are you guys going to yell? Yes!
Freedmont Mortgage Group, with a 5-star rating and over 30 years of helping home buyers and homeowners. Freedmont is recognized as one of the top lenders. Refinance, home purchase, commercial loans, SBA loans, and zero money down programs offered. Complimentary home warranty on qualifying purchases, too. For more information, contact them at freedmontmortgage.com or 800-955-8508. And available 7 days a week. NMLS number 1846.
Wind 6 miles, runway 26 right, right on.
Register your son or daughter for a Heat clinic run by Heat players pregame, and it includes a game ticket. To find out how, go to harrisburgheat.com.
Indoor soccer fans, it's time to unleash a giant leap for fandom. Introducing MASL Indoor Soccer Fantasy Football. Build your dream team, invite your friends, and create your own draft league, all for free. Draft and trade players and win bragging rights as your team dominates the league. With MASLI Football, you're not just a fan, you're part of the action. Go to MASLI Football to sign up, get started, and play.
Well, we're tied at 3 at halftime here in Harrisburg, Pennsylvania. John Wilsbach back with you. Harrisburg Heat and the Baltimore Blast battling in this one. And the Blast, incidentally, got the quick start. 2 quick goals in this one. 3:51 of the first. Ospina from the right side, able to finish things off, and then Nico Williams after that. Next thing you know, the Blast led 2-0. Quick restart here, and Harris right in front for Da Silva. And a follow-up shot there, Anang, 14-21. It was 2-2 after one, moved to the second. Little shoulder or chest blast there at 8:06. Henrique putting it in, and then Dominic Francis making Rodriguez pay for being out of position. 3-3, those were your goals. Shots in the first half. 15 for Baltimore, 7 for the Heat. But we're tied at 3. The Heat are home on Saturday and Sunday with Chihuahua. Baltimore home tomorrow with the Texas Outlaws, and then Sunday against Kansas City. And we will be on the air Saturday night, 7 o'clock. With the start of that one is Chihuahua, who's been mostly in first place this season, currently in second place behind San Diego. They come to Harrisburg. All right, we come back. We'll get this second half underway. Tied at 3, Harrisburg and Baltimore This is MASL TV on YouTube. Sounds good. That'll allow me to get a few more readers in.
Register your son or daughter for a Heat clinic run by Heat players pregame, and it includes a game ticket. To find out how, go to harrisburgheat.com.
Indoor soccer fans, it's time to unleash a giant leap for fandom. Introducing MASL Indoor Soccer Fantasy Football. Build your dream team, invite your friends, and create your own draft league, all for free. Draft and trade players and win bragging rights as your team dominates the league. With MASLI Football, you're not just a fan, you're part of the action. Go to MASLI Football to sign up, get started, and play.
Tied at 3 here at halftime, fans. It's not too soon to start thinking about next season with the Harrisburg Heat and having maybe an employee or client appreciation night with the Harrisburg Heat. All you got to do is contact Aubrey or Kevin. Not a great way to reward your team, your clients, your workers with discounted tickets, special events, and more. You can just email Kevin at kevin@harrisburgheat.com for more information. And this weekend, don't forget to stop over at the merchandise stand. Last chance to get your end of season authentic Heat gear, jerseys, Christian Pulisic hat, beanies, autograph balls, gift baskets, much more there at the top of the stairs at Section K. And in fact, the Skip program always has its annual auction. And we've got the auction for the Harrisburg Heat end of season jerseys right here with your Harrisburg Heat. You get the latest news on the MASL and your favorite teams by following MASL Soccer on Facebook and Instagram, and MASL Arena on Twitter. And always stay in touch with harrisburgheat.com and the Heat's Facebook page. Always keeping you updated on the latest and greatest. What's going on with the Heat? Yeah, it's been a rough season. I'd say, well, he had a horrible season. 3-17-1, but you know what? They've been in so many games this season, lost a lot of one-goal games. Did it with injuries, did it with missing some players all season. And just one player, maybe two, and a couple of those little breaks, and this team could be in the winning column. But just not meant to be. But again, as I mentioned earlier, Pat Healy looking to put all these pieces together here by the end of the season and hopefully go in with a solidified roster for next year. Rodriguez came out of the game briefly there when he took a shot to the face. Zierhofer came in for one goal, and then they put Rodriguez back out there, and he gave up then a goal to Anang. But it's 3-3 our score. Baltimore in the white, Harrisburg with the orange. And Baltimore will go from our right to left here on MASL TV for this second half. Ball sent down. Hugo's going to grab on right near the top of the box. He'll fire it the other way and head it out of play. Told you tomorrow the Blast will host Texas. Also tomorrow, Utica City will host the Kansas City Comets. And Baltimore wouldn't mind if Utica City gets a win, and then Baltimore can take care of Kansas City again on Sunday. Maybe move up to that number 3 spot. Right now it's looking like they'll either get Milwaukee or Utica City, but they could get Empire. if they move up. The big battle's down at the bottom right now because you've got St. Louis, who's number 9, but they've won 4 straight games. They're just 2 points behind Tacoma. St. Louis has Milwaukee at home, and then they're at Milwaukee to end the regular season. Tacoma is at San Diego, so that's going to be a wild battle there down the stretch. Empire's holding the number 7 spot with just 34 points. And they've got Dallas. So we'll see where this last weekend takes those teams there in that 6, 7, I should say 7 and 8 spot and the 9 spot. Only the top 8 make it. Out to San Diego. Enrique along the near side. Kerstetter battling on him. Ball chips away. Hugo comes out for it. Then Baltimore scratching some key players in this game. Pacheco, Dieguez, Sila, Elton, Pereira, Diesel. They're holding their own. Loose ball knocks right over to Rodriguez. He'll grab on. Now the Heat, they're playing without Joey Tavernese, but he should be back for Saturday's game. Ball chip high in the air. Out of midfield. Shearer will send it all the way back to Dos Santos. He'll dump it down and out of play. Was looking to angle it right to the corner. Former Baltimore Blast player. Ends up in Harrisburg this season. Brings a lot of stability in the back and a lot of veteran leadership to this team. Here's Francis. Second shot. Rodriguez got a piece of it. Clear it out. It'll be the Heat's ball. Last chance to see the Heat this weekend. Want to see you out here Saturday and Sunday. Raley restarting things. Hugo all the way up across midfield. Da Silva knocks it off the boards, but nobody there to finish it off in the middle. Comes back to Dominic Francis. Near side Raley. Back for Francis. Francis dumping it down. Big bounce brings it right back out. Francis will just run it back in, but knocked away from him, and here come the Blast. Quickly the other way. Frater has it intercepted. Harris comes up with it, gets it up for Dominic Francis. Waiting for some overlapping help. Ozzie and Ang left side. Plays it wide, and Harris even tried to get a toe on it. Patrick Thompson leaving it at center circle. Frater on it again, near side. Thomas. Far side O'Malley. Owen O'Malley seeing some action in this game. Ball dumped down into the corner. Guevara. Heat double teaming up there, trying to clear it out. They do, and a holding foul whistled against the Blast. It'll be a free kick for the Heat. Tied at 3 with 10:35 to go here in the third. Thiago sending it all the way down to the far boards. Shearer back out for Thiago. Now Kerstetter. His pass intercepted. Luckily the ball went off to the side. Malspini had to recollect it there. Almost a giveaway, and Kerstetter trying to clear it around, sends it around the boards. Dos Santos will bicycle it back out of midfield. Well, he loves to do that bicycle. He had a goal with it a couple weeks ago. That one just a clear out for the big man. I think I felt the floor shake. Down the near side. Porch. Intercepted. Here comes the heat. Maldini. Right side. He shoots and scores! Maldini Goncalves. And the Heat take a 4-3 lead. Watch this breakout. Man, just weaves his way through traffic. Great foot skills. Time of the goal, 5:28. Second goal of the season for Maldini Goncalves. And the Heat have taken the lead, and the Heat score for promotion in effect at Papa John's. Ozzie and Ang in midfield as it broken up. Rodriguez clearing it out. Here's Porch. Out of midfield, Pereiras. Blast taking their time all the way back for Matthias Silva. Porch again. A lot of pressure on Mwape. Ball sent down on Silva. They'll bring it back out. Thomas knocking it to the side outside the box. He'll get it out himself and then chip it high in the air. And it'll bounce right to Hugo. Kerstetter. Now Hugo. Go to the right side. Harris with a shot goes high and wide. Heat keeping the pressure on offensively. Ball sent up for Harris. He'll let it go through. Scherer has it. Now Kerstetter. Ball dumped down the corner. Takes that hard bounce again and out of play. We'll step out. 7:29 to go in the third. 4-3. The Heat lead the Blast. This is MASL TV on YouTube.
The best way to improve is to train with the pros. The Heat run camps and clinics year-round. Contact Kevin at harrisburgheat.com. Boys and girls indoor and outdoor. harrisburgheat.com.
Register your son or daughter for a Heat clinic run by Heat players pregame, and it includes a game ticket. To find out how, go to harrisburgheat.com. Register your team in the Heat Youth Tournaments. You get game tickets, minimum of 3 games, MASL officials, medals for the winners, on field with the Heat players pregame, and much more. Get your team in today at harrisburgheat.com.
What do we do? What are you guys going to yell? Yes!
The Heat are excited to announce the Heat Score 4 promotion thanks to our friends at Papa John's of Harrisburg and Central Pennsylvania. Whenever the Heat score 4 or more goals in any game, home or away, you can use code HEAT4 anytime over the following week at papajohns.com or on the Papa John's app to save 40% on your entire order. That's code HEAT4 for 40% off your online Papa John's order the entire week after any game where the Heat score 4.
Fans, don't forget to subscribe today for MASL TV on YouTube. You'll find game rebroadcast, MASL shows, highlights, and more. MASLsoccer.com is your home for everything Major Arena Soccer League, all the latest news, leaderboards, highlights, and more. Capelli Sport is the official and exclusive preferred uniform and apparel provider of Major Arena Soccer League. The all-new MASL Fan Store will be launching soon, so keep an eye out for that. Comprehensive Financial Associates is the official financial planner of the Heat. Both former and current players or clients, you can contact CFA Comprehensive Financial Associates for your financials. And the Heat welcome Wawa as a new sponsor. Wawa right here in Pennsylvania. They're opening up more and more places right around this Harrisburg area. Check out Wawa near you. Fuel up on gas, great food, and convenient locations. Wawa. So Santos able to keep the ball out of his own zone, clear it away. Send back to Hugo. He'll send it the other way, looking for Mike De Silva down that left side. De Silva keeping possession, out for Francis now. Rayleigh on the near side. Sent up the middle. Heat moving, passing. Rayleigh. Anang. He'll get it back. Poking it free. Thiago. Still trying to maintain possession. Sends it back for Gamino. Francis. Sends it down. It goes out. Last touch by Frater. It'll be a kick in for the Harrisburg Heat. So the restart coming up. I don't see Mark, our good buddy, the equipment manager, longtime equipment manager for the Blast down here. He's probably getting ready for tomorrow night's game at Towson. Always great talking to him when we cross paths. Loose ball, Baltimore trying to get rid of it. You'll find that in this league of indoor soccer. So many guys who have been around for a long time and respecting each other, battling for years and helping each other as well. Long throw here by Rodriguez. Ball comes out to the point. Anthony Wright keeping a little pressure on, and Anang comes up with it. Then he gets pulled down, but nothing called. On the left side, just shot wide left. Espina. Working again. Espina on the left side. Faking, working. Out for Porch. Kelvin gets knocked down from behind over on the far side, so it'll be a free kick coming up for Baltimore. There's Pat Healy in the background, longtime Baltimore Blast player. Great defender in his playing days. In fact, he had to suit up a few weeks ago when the Heat were battling some injuries. Played a game, still has it. Complained because he had to get back into shape. He always looks like he's in shape. I think he can go another 10 years and probably go out there and still play. Baltimore with it. 4:32 to go in the third. Heat lead it by 1. Look at this love-hate relationship over all the years, since the 90s between Harrisburg and Baltimore, even though they weren't always the Blast, they were the Baltimore Spirit there for a little bit. So many battles, tempers and fights, scoring, some great games over the years. that these two teams have given us some entertainment, whether it was here in Harrisburg or back then down at the Baltimore Arena. David Bascom, longtime Harrisburg Heat player, all-time leading scorer in Heat history, Bermuda native, asking how the family was before the game. In fact, his brother Herbie, great guy down in Bermuda, one of the all-time great cricket players in Bermuda. I think it's been about 25 years since I was down there. Maybe a little less than that. Went down during their holiday and their National Cricket Cup championships. What a great island. Those people, everyone, the whole way around the stadium, just welcoming and enjoying their cricket. Got to get back down there. See you folks in Bermuda. In fact, we used to have Harrisburg Heat games in the 90s and early 2000s. The Harrisburg Heat, we would put our tape delay broadcast in Bermuda. They had it on one of the TV stations there as ball goes off of Francis out of play. So we certainly had a nice little following there for a while in Bermuda back in the middle and late 90s. They were following David Bascom. Rodriguez will clear it out. Camino sends it the other way. Shearer has it. Now Tiago takes over. Raley at center circle. Shearer, far side. Tiago. Yeah, we would get those game tapes of the Harrisburg Heat. We'd have them produced, I think, after the week, and it'd be done on Monday, and we'd FedEx them down next day. As that shot's just wide. FedEx them down by air, loose ball in front, shot, save again. Rodriguez comes up with it. Get them down to Bermuda. I think they usually air on either a Wednesday or a Thursday in Bermuda. Here's a shot left side, saved by Hugo. Still loose on the left side in front, goal! Guevara open in the middle and ties this game. Time of the goal, 12 minutes and 30 seconds of the third. Jairo Guevara, his fifth of the season. Great hustle there by Bermuse to get it in front. So it's tied back up. 4-4. Guevara for Baltimore. Virginia native. Here's Hugo. He'll dump it down, headed, left side open, saved. Panton had an opportunity there, but now Wright skids one down and has to be pushed to the side by Rodriguez. Heat keeping the pressure on. Panton again keeping the pressure up. Now Kerstetter has it. Deep shot there by Perry was blocked. Zach Perry playing it back. Kerstetter, now Hugo. Sent down for Perry. Kerstetter, 1:35 to go in the third. Ozzie and Ang posting up at the top. Puts it back out for Harris. Dumped down for Panton again. Baltimore able to finally get some possession on it. Dumping it up the near side. A little room to run there for Kelvin. And Still on the left side. Shot just wide by Pereiras. Blast keeping the pressure on. Good job by Perry. O'Malley sending it to the far side. And Ozzie Anang able to come up with it. Dribbling it out of traffic. Guys all over him. And then he gets the foul whistled. The local chapter of the Pennsylvania Sports Hall of Fame, the Capital Area chapter of the PA Sports Hall of Fame, will be inducting former Blast assistant coach and player and longtime Harrisburg Heat coach Jim Pollahan. As that one's dumped from midfield. Jim Pollahan being inducted into the Capital Area chapter of the PA Sports Hall of Fame June 14th. Congratulations. He'll be inducted posthumously. We, of course, lost Jim a couple years ago. His wife Barb will be on hand, and daughter Maddie in June to accept that honor on his behalf. He stayed involved here in Central Pennsylvania sports, was an official referee for soccer. A long-time Harrisburg Heater, Jim Pollahan, and also associated with the Baltimore Blast, being inducted June 14th. That'll be at the Red Lion Hotel in Harrisburg. If you're interested, just go to the Capital Area chapter of the PA Sports Hall of Fame website. All right, we've played 3. We're tied at 4. Fourth quarter's coming up. This is MASL TV on YouTube.
Freedmont Mortgage Group, with a 5-star rating and over 30 years of helping home buyers and homeowners. Freedmont is recognized as one of the top lenders. Refinance, home purchase, commercial loans, SBA loans, and zero money down programs offered. Complimentary home warranty on qualifying purchases too. For more information, contact them at freedmontmortgage.com or 800-955-8508. And available 7 days a week. NMLS number 1846.
The best way to improve is to train with the pros. The Heat run camps and clinics year-round. Contact Kevin at harrisburgheat.com. Boys and girls indoor and outdoor. harrisburgheat.com.
The Heat are excited to announce the Heat Score 4 promotion thanks to our friends at Papa John's of Harrisburg and Central Pennsylvania. Whenever the Heat score 4 or more goals in any game, home or away, you can use code HEAT4 anytime over the following week at papajohns.com or on the Papa John's app to save 40% on your entire order. That's code HEAT4 for 40% off your online Papa John's order the entire week after any game where the Heat score 4.
Register your son or daughter for a Heat clinic run by Heat players pregame, and it includes a game ticket. To find out how, go to harrisburgheat.com.
Now we're tied at 4 as we head to the fourth quarter. Baltimore, not too many shots here. What, just 2 shots? They give them 3. 3 shots in that third quarter. And the Heat with 8 shots brings the total. Baltimore 18, Harrisburg 15 on shots, but we're tied at 4. Maldini Goncalves for the Harrisburg Heat gave them the 4-3 lead. And Guevara scoring for Baltimore to tie it back up. So we head to the fourth quarter. Another brand new game here. Comes down to this one. only had one penalty in this game, and that was a result of a power play goal for the Harrisburg Heat then. Harrisburg will go from our right to left in this fourth quarter. All sent all the way down to the left side. Mike De Silva. Camino. Francis. De Silva. One-time little poke, just popped it up too high. He had a goal in the first quarter of this game. We're back here on Saturday, 7:05, and Sunday, 5:05. Down the near side, Thomas has it taken away by Tiago. Panton trying to keep possession. Now Hugo. Far side to Rayleigh. He'll send it up the middle. Gets deflected around. Tiago Freitas with it. It's his first game of the season. Waiting for that long-awaited visa to come through for him again. To suit back up for the Harrisburg Heat. Finally got it. Maldini. Now Freitas. Anang. Tiago Freitas will send it back out for Dos Santos. Maldini's going to send it all the way back to Hugo. He'll get it back again, and this time chips it out of play. Fans, get the latest news on the MASL and your favorite teams by following MASL Soccer on Facebook and Instagram, and MASL Arena on Twitter. Here's a shot blocked by his own man. A couple bodies smashing into each other out there, but play continues on. They're letting them run. And now we'll get a whistle. Who's slow getting up there? It looks like Matthew Silva. Let's watch all these collisions here. Comes out. Matthias and Anthony Wright collided. And over on the far side, Heat with a foul. Are we going to get a challenge? We are. David Bascom wants to see all this incidental contact and if a penalty is warranted. So we'll take a look at the video replay and see what we get. Anthony Wright gets the foot up in the air. He's going for the ball. I don't think he gets it up too dangerously high, but he collides with Matthias Silva. They just smacked into each other. That looked incidental. Then over on the far side, a little pushing and shoving down along the boards. Then they finally blow the whistle. I don't know. I don't think anything's going to come out of this. I think it's just some scrappy play out there, some 50-50 balls. See a little push and shove there into the boards, but nothing too bad. Little kick there from behind. I think that was Rayleigh. But he was just going for the ball. Yeah, I don't think we're going to get anything out of this. I'd be very surprised. Is it that incident they wanted, or is it over here by the bench, right here, where there's a little kick from behind? We don't know what the officials are exactly looking for. And it's hard to say if it was that little kick chip there from behind or right here where the collision happens, but this one really doesn't seem too hard to watch. I can't see how they can come up with anything on this. I'd be very surprised. Yeah, there's nothing. It's just scrappy play out there, a lot of physical contact. And granted, it can be dangerous at times, but David Bascom thought that it was worth a challenge. He's making his argument known. Tried to get something out of it, but not going to get anything. Oh, he was so much fun to watch when he played for the Harrisburg Heat. Oh, his quickness and moves. Especially on the shootouts. Always love watching those. All right, blast. That one gets deflected out. Be another kick in coming up. Don't forget to catch MASL Monday every Monday night on MASL TV and YouTube and CBS Sports Golazo Network. Alex Bastiavansky and Phil Ivanko joined each week by special guests from across the league to recap the weekend's games and discuss the league's hot topics. Restart from the far corner for the Blast. Tie game at 4. This one sent to the middle and a goal! Enrique deflected it right in the middle of the box. His second goal of the game. Time of the goal, 2 minutes and 20 seconds. The Heat had one earlier like that when Harris sent it across the middle. And this time, sent across the middle, and Enrique gets his 13th of the season, second of the game, to make it 5-4. I thought it was Pereiras who had the assist. They're giving it to Matthias Silva. So we'll go with that for now on the official scoreboard. Time of the goal, 2:20 in the fourth. And Baltimore has taken the 5-4 lead. Camino with it in midfield, playing it back for Kerstetter. Trying to get it down for Ozzie, but Matthias Silva sending it the other way. Brings it all the way up to the corner. And as David Bascom had said, these young players who are filling in tonight for some of the veterans who are sitting, you know, they're looking for a spot heading into the playoffs as we get a foul against the Heat. They want to be traveling out to California next weekend. And not just that, making a name for themselves in a spot for next season on this Blast team. Thomas with it far side. Ball sent off the boards and knocked out a play by the Heat. It'll be another restart coming up for the Heat. Thought it was the Heat who hit it out. Thomas didn't like that call. It'll be Harrisburg's ball. Kerstetter putting it down. Sends it up the middle, intercepted. Battle for the ball along the far side. Blast keep possession. Some fancy footwork there. Nice movement by Ospina. Thompson in midfield. Ospina along the far boards. One back by the Heat up to Kerstetter, but he can't maintain it. Baltimore has it again. Little run down the near side. Ramus. Now center circle. Thompson. Taps it over to the left side. Shot just wide. Perry able to clear it back out. Shearer will send it all the way back to Kerstetter. He'll change up. Perry will bring it up the near side. Ball dumped down for Mike DeSilva. DeSilva. Back out for Raley. Now Dos Santos. Here's Francis. Down left side, Dos Santos gets the foot on it. Not a lot, but enough to put it straight on to Rodriguez. He'll toss it out at midfield. Ball dumped down the corner, and Hugo pops it up and out of play along the side. It'll be a restart for Baltimore at the top of the arc. Harrisburg Heat offer camps and clinics year-round. You can train with the pros. Watch your game improve. Get your kids, get your team signed up at harrisburgheat.com. Restart here at the top of the arc. Baltimore spreads it out, plays it to the right. Shot, goal! It gets deflected, and it will count for Victor Pereiras. Time of the goal, 5 minutes and 15 seconds. Who's this all deflect off of? Not sure if that hit off Maldini or De Silva. Yeah, it looked like it knocked off De Silva and deflected in. So we've got a timeout, 9:45 to go here in the fourth. 6-4. Baltimore now leading by 2. Pereiras with his 9th goal of the season. Well, you see some of these controversial plays every now and then here on our broadcast, and sometimes you'll see them on under review. If you really want to learn the game, learn the rules, learn what the officials are going through, what the officials are looking at, or if you disagree with the calls, you might see it on under review. It's Phil Levanco with MASL head referee Ryan Sigich. Catch it every Friday on YouTube. You can go back and watch some of the old shows. They'll show you some of these tough rulings that some of these officials have to figure out on under review. And again, you'll learn what the rules are. And sometimes those guys disagree with each other on what the call should be, but that's why we have such a cool show like that. Under review on MASL TV and YouTube. Don't forget to visit the Heat merchandise stand, Section K, here this weekend. You can also get Heat gear at harrisburgheat.com. We're back home Saturday night at 7:05, Saturday night and Sunday afternoon at 5:05 against Chihuahua. The Blast are home tomorrow and Sunday afternoon against Kansas City, Texas tomorrow night. Shot there by Anang, gets blocked. Heat down by 2. Cannot let a third one get in. They've got to stay in this one. Harris trying to knock it away, gets deflected out. Gamino trying to get to it. He's obstructed. That should be an obstruction foul. Yeah, I disagree with that call. Gamino was going for the ball to get to it, and he was being held up and tied up with the body. Down the far side, Maldini sending it forward. Rodriguez sends it the other way. Kerstetter will get it all the way back to Hugo. Camino will send it up the middle. Tiago. Camino. Move it in, Maldini with a shot and a save. Back out Kerstetter. All the way back to Hugo. Thiago Freitas setting it up. De Silva settling it. Kerstetter, he'll go off. Thiago Freitas, far side, Francis. Trying to send it up the middle. Goes out of play. It'll be a kick in coming up. They're going to call mid-quarter timeout, so we'll step out. 7:51 to go in the fourth. 6-4, Baltimore leading the Heat. This is MASL TV on YouTube.
Register your team in the Heat Youth Tournaments. You get game tickets, minimum of 3 games, MASL officials, medals for the winners, on field with the Heat players pregame, and much more. Get your team in today at harrisburgheat.com.
What do we do? What are you guys going to yell? Yes!
Wait, 6 wrong with the 6th grade. We're going.
The best way to improve is to train with the pros. The Heat run camps and clinics year-round. Contact Kevin at harrisburgheat.com. Boys and girls indoor and outdoor. harrisburgheat.com.
Indoor soccer fans, it's time to unleash a giant leap for fandom. Introducing MASL Indoor Soccer Fantasy Football. Build your dream team, invite your friends, and create your own draft league, all for free. Draft and trade players and win bragging rights as your team dominates the league. With MASLI Football, you're not just a fan, you're part of the action. Go to MASLI Football to sign up, get started, and play.
Six to 4, the Baltimore Blast leading the Harrisburg Heat. I was just looking at the official stats and noticed that Baltimore has outshot Harrisburg 21-17. The other thing I notice is that whoever's keeping the stats down the scores table never noticed quarters ago that Rodriguez came back in as goalkeeper. They still have Mike Zierhofer in there for the brief amount that he had replaced Rodriguez, and they never changed it. So if you're online watching or looking at those official stats, they are incorrect. Zierhofer was only in for a matter of a couple minutes. Here's Dos Santos setting it down. Julian Rodriguez will grab on. Now De Silva on it, trying to send it up the middle, knocked the other way. Back for Dos Santos. Adriano Dos Santos over to Hugo, and it looks like they're going to start pushing Hugo up again. Told you earlier in this game recently that he have not gone to the 6th attacker. They just go with Hugo. Now he's scrambling to get back. And luckily, Maldini made enough of a tie-up out of midfield not to allow a shot. Down along the near side. Ramus at the top, and Ang knocks it loose. Patrick Thompson on it. Right side, goal, 5-hole. Porch, right between the legs of Hugo. Makes it a 3-goal lead for Baltimore. Time of the goal, 8 minutes, 37 seconds. Enrique gets the assist. It's now 7-4. Porch with his 21st of the season. That may be the first one I've seen this year of Hugo giving one up right between the legs. Now we're going to get the challenge by Pat Healy. Wants to take a look at things, or wants the refs to take a look at the challenge. .6:03 to go in the fourth, 7-4. Baltimore is home tomorrow with Texas Outlaws, and Sunday afternoon they've got Kansas City. The Harrisburg Heat home Saturday and Sunday with Chihuahua. As we watch the replay here. I'm not sure what Pat Healy is looking for here off the... maybe right there at the top of the box if there was a handball or not. The ball comes around so fast. Let's see where it lands. Yeah, I don't think they're going to call this a handball. I thought it hit right side of the chest. There we go. Another good call by the officials. It was close. It's not a bad challenge for Healy to take. It looked like it. And Pat's frustrated. It's been a rough season for him. 3-17-1. He's been in so many games this season, so close, and just so frustrated because of having guys injured at certain times, not having the players available to him. That's why just finish this season strong, and he'll have the pieces ready for next year. You can bet that. So Santos getting it up and gets it back, trying to tap it forward. Mathias down along the near side, but De Silva comes up with it, gets it back to Kerstetter. Francis chipping it down. Still loose out front. Ozzie had tried getting the foot on it. They're going to call the foul on Dos Santos. It'll be a free kick for Baltimore. So the restart coming up for the Blast as Dos Santos goes off. Now the foul against Baltimore. Hugo sending it up the middle. Now Kerstetter. Ozzie sent around by Harris, grabbed onto by Rodriguez. Ball sent down near the box. Sent back out of midfield. Still loose out midfield. Baltimore keeping possession. That shot got deflected. Harris on it. Harris knocks it high in the air. Panton knocks it out. Kerstetter to restart. Hugo. Perry. Hugo. Down to the right side. Maldini. Cleared back out. And Hugo has to jog it down. Seven to 4 in favor of the Blast. Francis far side. Perry on it. Here's Hugo. Perry on it. Now the sixth attacker is in for the Heat, and that's going to be Harris. So Hugo goes off. Harris out there now with the sixth attacker. Chartreuse green or bright yellow, whichever you want to call it, jersey. Thiago Freitas over to Harris. Here's Raley, near side. Thiago. To Silva, now Francis. But he knocks it out of play. 2:27 to go. Baltimore Blast can get closer to Kansas City, who has the number 3 spot right now in the standings with a win here tonight. Hugo back out there looking to go off again. Hugo tapping it to the near side. He'll go off. Harris comes back on. Harris far side. Ball sent down into the corner. Rodriguez knocking it. Matthews sends it out. Loose out near midfield. Raley keeping it alive for the Heat. And it's headed out of play by Pereiras. 1:45 to go, 7 to 4. Baltimore Blast looking for their 14th win of the season. Harris far side. Raley, that's blocked, out of play. And the Heat will get a restart at the top of the arc. Solid job done there in the back by Mattheus Silva. 6'2" Brazilian. He commands a lot of size there, number 32. Restart here for the Heat. Francis, left side, Anang, save. And then Anang's follow-up high and out of play. Ozzie Anang tied this game at 2 late in the first quarter. Nothing since. Hugo in midfield, trying to break things up. Baltimore keeping it alive. Baltimore's bench complaining. Nothing doing. Heat knock it out of play. Raley, it'll be a restart for Baltimore at the top of the arc now. Jeremy Raley, long time Blast player. Down in the Midwest and acquired here by the Heat just a few weeks back. And I think he signed up for next season, if I'm not mistaken, as well. Should be back for the Heat as Kerstetter's called for the pushing foul with 1:08 to go. Mathias will play it all the way back in midfield, and it's dumped back down into the left corner this time. Well, if you look at what the Blast have done in this game, missing guys like Juan Pereira and Pacheco and Dieguez and a few other key players, they have certainly done a great job letting these young guys run the floor out there and pull it out late as Mike DeSilva appears to be okay. Officials want to take a look at this with 48 seconds to go. 7-4 score. See how bad that hit was. So let's take a look at it as well. I didn't see it there. All right. So Mathias has it there. Oh, I didn't see anything. Like DeSilva, if he caught a hand here, I think it was unintentional. Let's see. Kind of a little forearm shove up there by Mathias, but I think that was just more of the two bodies battling. I don't think we're going to get another call here either. And they will give the blue card. Yep, they said it was flagrant enough. And they will give the penalty. So Mathias Silva will go to the penalty box, and the Heat will try to score 3 goals in 48 seconds. Certainly, you recall how the Heat gave up 3 goals in under 2 minutes a couple months ago. Let's see if they can pull out their own miracle in this one. They'll keep Hugo out there. Seven to 4 is their score. Contact above the shoulder is the official call against Mathias Silva. Now we'll get a 6th attacker jersey put on by Rayleigh. So Hugo will go off. And the Heat with the power play, their second of the game. Need to score it quickly. Not a lot of passing here. You've got to go right to the net, because you're going to run out of time fast. Thiago, De Silva, Rayleigh, Francis trying to center it, but Rodriguez grabs on. Now he's going to toss it deep down the near side. Rayleigh back on it. Thomas after it. They'll call it off Thomas. Kick in for the Heat with 22 seconds. Just a matter of time here. The team captain for today's game, Thomas, just taking it in stride. He knows his team will stay on top of this one. 15 seconds to go. Thiago Da Silva. Thiago, he pops it up and out of play. 7 seconds to go. And there's Rodriguez. He's played a fine game. Was briefly out, just briefly there in that first after taking a shot to the head, and then came right back in after Zierhofer gave up 1 goal. And then been a solid win for him. We'll come back and run down all the highlights and wrap things up. The Baltimore Blast. They stay in 4th place in the standings, but inch closer now to Kansas City. Our final score, Baltimore 7, Harrisburg 4. This is MASL TV on YouTube.
Register your team in the Heat Youth Tournaments. You get game tickets, minimum of 3 games, MASL officials, medals for the winners, on field with the Heat players pregame, and much more. Get your team in today at harrisburgheat.com.
What we do? What are you guys going to yell?
Yes! Indoor soccer fans, it's time to unleash a giant leap for fandom. Introducing MASL Indoor Soccer Fantasy Football. Build your dream team, invite your friends, and create your own draft league, all for free. Draft and trade players and win bragging rights as your team dominates the league. With MASLI Football, you're not just a fan, you're part of the action. Go to MASLI Football to sign up, get started, and play.
The best way to improve is to train with the pros. The Heat run camps and clinics year-round. Contact Kevin at harrisburgheat.com. Boys and girls, indoor and outdoor. harrisburgheat.com.
Well, the Baltimore Blast pull this one out down the stretch with a 7-4 victory over the Harrisburg Heat. They scored the last 4 goals in this game to take over things. We'll start it off in the first. 3:51, Ospina. His 5th of the season makes it 1-0. And Nico Williams gets his first goal of the season. Makes it 2-0, but the Heat respond back. With Zierhofer in. Oh, that was Rodriguez in there. And Da Silva. And then Ozzy Anang. So we're tied at 2. Here comes Enrique at 8:06. Makes it 3-2. He'd able to get one from Dominic Francis. They had Rodriguez out of position, and Francis ties it at 3. Then the Heat take the 4-3 lead. Maldini in the third at 5:28, able to score. But Guevara at 12:30 ties this game at 4. And Enrique able to tap it in from the middle. 5:15, Pereiras. And at 8:37 of the 4th, Porch able to finish things down, and that's where you get your 7-4 score. So the victory in net goes to Julian Rodriguez. The loss to Hugo. Baltimore outshot Harrisburg 24-20. With the victory, the Blast now 14-7-1. They've got 42 points in the standings, just 2 behind Kansas City, who they play on Sunday. The Harrisburg Heat slipped to 3-18-1 at the bottom of the MASL. 2 games on tap this weekend for the Heat to end the season. They'll play Chihuahua Saturday at 7:05 and Sunday at 5:05. Get your tickets at harrisburgheat.com. The Blast, they're home tomorrow with the Texas Outlaws, and then Sunday afternoon with Kansas City. Thank Kaylee and Chad and all the crew here for today's game. I'm John Wilsbach. Again, our final score, the Baltimore Blast 7, Harrisburg Heat 4. You've been watching MASL TV on YouTube.